Hello everyone, welcome to SAP Technomaniac. In this video, we will discuss about full text fuzzy search. In the normal classical ABAP, we are having F4 help. Using that, the dialog box will appear and we will see the search value. Nowadays, we are having the type ahead search and error tolerant search. Those also available in ABAP. Those all things we will discuss in ABAP. Not only that, in ABAP on HANA system, if you are using the SQL Script language, inside our AMDPs, there also we can apply this search options or fuzzy search using the contain function, or we can see the values of how much the precise search we have using the score value as well. Those all the things we will see in this video. Let's get started. In classical ABAP, we already know how the search help is work. We have one field on the GUI screen. We will write some values and we can use wildcard as well, and then we will click on the F4 button, then the search box will be appeared. Like that it is working in classical ABAP. But now the search code, the proposal search, or we can say type ahead search, as soon as we start writing on the screen on for that particular field, suppose I have written A, so what all are the values starting with A all will come in this particular drop down button, or we can say in the drop down block we can see the all the values those which is matching with the existing. We can use here wildcard as well. According to wildcard also the values will come. This kind of search is called type ahead search. The important thing, this kind of search is supported from the 7.4 support package 5, and if you are having the support package 7.3 and you have the page level 05 and above, this kind of search you can use in your SAP system. It is not database specific. That means you no need to have the ABAP on HANA database. You can apply this kind of search in any database. So one more important thing, if your system is 7.4 and support package 6 and below, in that case, if you want to create search help on your web DynPro screen, that time you have to make sure you have to enable your search help type. Even you have that particular field is enabled, the type ahead search you have to explicitly enable using this class and method. But above 7.5 and support package 6, no need to do this enable. Once you do this setting in SE11, this will automatically work for you. This is all things we will see in the practical also. So this is how type ahead search. Main thing is it's not database specific. Even you are not working on HANA, there also you can use this type ahead search. But the thing is multi-column, or we can say full text fuzzy search. These kind of search are the database specific. As of now, this kind of search are available on the HANA database only. If you have HANA database, you can use this kind of search. What is this search? You can see in previous screen, we were having only all the names starting with A. In this case, you can see not only all the names starting with A, what all are other values which is having this A, those also shown in our help values. You can see here not only these three value, you can see other values are also we can see. Not only that, if something is from other column, suppose we have the elementary search where we can have two importing parameter, one is the CT and name. So in this case, that if this particular whatever we will write in this particular column, that will be search not only for the name column, all the importing column of that particular search, and you will get the help for all the things. This also we will see in the this is called the multi-column search. And second thing is a fuzzy search, means even there is some little bit mismatch. Suppose we entered some wrong value, instead of writing some correct value RAM, instead of I have written REM, still it will give the result for REM as well or RM as well. If it is not REM, then RM. Single character mismatch, or we miss the single character, then it will try to fix those, and not fix, it will try to give the help for those all the things. This is called the fuzzy search. Something missed. And one more important, to create this kind of fuzzy search, multi-column fuzzy search, our elementary search help must have based on column store table. We can't use row store table which we are creating if our elementary search help, and we can create on CDS view as well. These things also we will see once in the practical, just to explain how it will look and feel. We'll see what all are the setting we have to do for this to get the fuzzy search. That also we'll see. And that is something, the user specific deactivation of the enhancement. If I don't want to get the fuzzy search for myself or for my user ID, I can disable that also using the we have in the whenever we log on to SAP GUI, there is options button is there. Inside you can go in visualization second part, you can disable, come here and disable this enhanced search automatically. So enhanced search demand using shortcut, we can apply this also. It will automatically show whenever the values will come in the down column. And second option, what we can say, when we click on Control Shift Q, then only it will show. And third, it will not show at all. We have to use normal F4 button. So better to use this option. If for user ID, somehow for your user ID search help is not enabled and other users are able to access search help, you can come and see this setting is proper or not. That is the one way. If somehow the setting got messed up and you are not able to see the type ahead search, or you are not able to see the fuzzy search, then you can come here and you can change the setting. And second thing, if your for every, even your system is more than 7.4 support package 5, or you are working already on HANA 7.5 and above, and you don't have the fuzzy search at all enabled, then you can go to this transaction SD sh underscore config. You can switch to change mode and you can enable or disable the proposal search or type ahead search based on your requirement. So this is another setting. So before going to HANA part, let's jump into the system. We'll see all the things, how the fuzzy search, how the error tolerant search work in the system, and then we will come to here again to discuss the HANA specific functions. You can see we have one table, G employee underscore RAM. To see the selection screen for this table, we have to open this table in SAP GUI. If I try to do F8 here, I will directly get the values, whatever the values maintained in this table. But this time I want to show you the search help. So I have to open this table in SAP GUI. If you're working in Eclipse and you want to open any object of the Eclipse in SAP GUI, you can simply right click over there and you can click open with SAP GUI. It will open this G employee RAM table to the inside the Eclipse. Once it open in Eclipse, I can execute this data. But I can see as of now, there is a name field. I want to create the help on the name field. There is no help at all, neither the classical search help nor our advanced search help. I want to create this help based on the G employee 1 table, which is the primary key of the table. One way I can establish the relationship between G employee 1 and G employee underscore RAM using the foreign key relationship. That time automatically help will come, but this time I will create one search help using SE11. I will create one elementary search help, and then that search help I will assign to this G employee underscore RAM. To open the SE11 T code in the Eclipse, you have to click on Alt F8 button. Then you have to write your T code, and SE11 you have to select. And I want to create new search help this time. So I have to come to search help, and I want to create G underscore name search help elementary search. Something I can give, or sort I can give. I want to create this search help. Currently search help objects are not supported in Eclipse, so that is the reason we have to create in SAP GUI itself. So elementary search help I want to create this time, so it will open SAP GUI only. So if it would have supported in the Eclipse, then it would have automatically open Eclipse screen. In future it will be supported in Eclipse. Then time we will see these screen instead of GUI, we will see in the Eclipse. Like when we are creating the domain and data element directly, nowadays the screen opening in Eclipse, and we have to fill all these values in Eclipse itself. So first thing I want to create I have to give the sort description, name, search help, something I can give. And selection method, I have to give on from which table you want to get the data here to create the search app. Either I can give any CDS view, or I can give any view name. One of the questions I have asked, there are different kind of views are there in ABAP. Normal projection view, database view, and help view, and maintenance view. We can't give here maintenance view, but we can give search help view and database view. Database view, nothing is like a zone of between two tables, in a zone between table in the Eclipse. In the HANA, we will not create those kind of views, but still we can see if you want to revise your classical concept. So selection method, I want to give, since I want to get the data from the G employee one. You can see the help I already created one time, and what I want to give, there is the different options are there. If you don't know elementary search help, there are, if you want to display the values immediately whenever the search help will execute, if you are doing F4, or you want to display one pop-up box where you can give some values, then finally you want to get the data, that also you can do using the dialog with value restriction. That also you can do. As of now, I have selected display values in immediately. I will show you that other option also if you don't know. As of now, I'm not selecting any of these options. Search help parameter, I have to give for what all are the value you want to give from this table which you have given in selection method. In selection method, you can give view, table, CDS view, anything, normal classical view, as I told you. In the search help, you can do for what all are the values from the Z employee one, all will come, and you can select appropriate value. And that, suppose I want to give for the name field, and I want, not only I want to create on the name field, I want to add the additional field also. I want to give city as well, is the importing parameter. But importing means I want to filter based on these values, and finally result will come, that will be the exporting parameter. And exporting means when finally when the values are displayed in the list, what all are the values you want to display, or what all are the value you want to get on your screen field. So again, the L pose and S pose. L pose means your parameter positions, what should be, this should be 1 and 2. And screen positions means on which position you want to display that particular field when the values are coming. So you can give that value also. I want to give the same 1 and 2. I will interchange also once we will create. These are the things we have to fill. And something else, search help exit also there. We want to do some customization, that also you can do using the search help exit. That is not required. Let me activate this one. This is classical elementary search help I have created. I didn't do anything else. Let me save this object in one of the TR, and that's it. I have created the search help. Let me copy the search help, Control C. There is two way. Either I can go here and I can write in the source code base editor, or I can come here in my employee RAM table, and I can edit this table. I can assign search help to this particular field. Both way are fine. This is the one way where we are assigning this table. The field name is name, and the copy we are writing, and activate this one, G employee RAM table. And another way, what you can do, you can come here. If you do enter, you can change something. Okay, it is staying currently editing. Let me do F5, refresh this object. You can see another thing, what you can do, you can write this code name with value help. You have to give your elementary search help, and where name equal to, you from which table you want to get that table name dot field name, you have to get, you have to give here. Then automatically search help will be created on this G employee underscore ram dot name. So in from this elementary search, what name is coming, and with which value you want to compare, that value you have to give. Like that, you can give manually as well your search help in the source code editor as well. If you don't want to use GUI editor, in future it will be not supported, that time we have to use source code editor as well only. This is the thing I have given here. Let me, what I can do, let me deactivate this one, and let me go to the non-editable mode, and let me execute this one. Now you can see, as soon as I click, there is one F4 button is coming. If I do F4 here, I will get the result. You can see I'm getting the directly results of this particular table. Let me close it out. I want to show you another variant. If you will, this is only old concept only. Still, I want to show you dialog with value restriction also we can do. What it will do, it will restrict the values based on the dialog. So if you try to do F4 again here, click on name, and if you try to do F4, this time you will not get directly result. You will get the filtration based on your parameters. You can give some filtration. Suppose I want to give CT1, and I want to, based on CT1, this one, what all are the values are coming, I want to see those values only I can see now. Like that also you can filter out. This is the another variant. This, like that you can change dialog with value restriction, but this is classical concept we don't want to do. I want to enable the type ahead search. As soon as I write something, as of now nothing is coming, as soon as I write something, the value help should come. To do this thing, a very simple thing. If you have already elementary search for that particular data element, go to that elementary search, just select this auto suggest in input field. That you will do, it will enable the type ahead search for your field. Let me activate this one. As soon as you have did setting and your version is 7.5 or your appropriate version is there, then only this setting will come, obviously, and you have to come back, and again I will execute, and as soon as I will write A, this time search is coming based on the, I can put wildcard, A star R I can write, and based on this also, it while based on the wildcard also the values will come. Like that the values will come, and you can write your search help based on the your this is called type ahead search. This is supported not only the HANA database, in any other database which is 7.4 support package 5 and above, it is supported. Not only that, in 7.3, if it is they have the page level 05 and above, there also it is supported. So that we have to see the which version it is supported, like that it is. But in this case, you can see if I write small a or something, if I write a is giving the related to value with a, if I write C, I'm not getting any result. Even I have CT with C name. So I want, it is not working on all the columns. It is only working on name column. That is the reason we don't call this multi-column. And I want to enable multi-column fuzzy search. For that means whatever the value I enter, it will be compared not only in the name column, it will be compared to CT column as well. So for that, what I have to do, I have to enable the multi-column full text search. What is the prerequisite of this one? Let me go to any editable mode. Your table, your search help, which table it is using, G employee 1, this should be column store. Let me see what is this table. For seeing this table, you have to right click, open with SAP GUI. And you know from my first or my second video on ABAP on HANA, which I have created, how to see the particular table is column store or row store. You can see it is column store. Let me make it row store. It's not good idea to each time make row store and column store, and database have to work and they have to adjust the database. But to see can we create the search help on the row store table as well, to see that one, let me try to edit now. You can see by default multi-column full text search got disabled because I'm using some table which is not a row store, which is not a column store, and neither I'm using the CDS. CDS also you will use, that time it will automatically enable. In this time I'm using row store table, that is the reason it got disabled. Let me change again this table to column store, and let me activate this table and come to here. Let me go to edit mode again. This time you can see you can select this multi-column full text search for you. Type ahead search, no issue, it will work in any database, but multi-column full text search only work on the HANA database. Let me enable this one, multi-column full text search. There is some value we can give, accuracy value, or we can see error tolerant value. In what extent if you enter the wrong value, wrong value, still it will give those wrong value result in your search help. By default value is 0.8. We can give this value between 0 to 1, any value. 1 means accurately I want to match, then it will work like the normal type ahead search. But I want to match approximately, means if it will be 20% wrong also, it is fine. Then I can mention 0.8. If you want to 50% wrong, then you can define 0.5. based on your requirement. You can define this value here between 0 to 1. By default value is 0.8. Let me activate this one. This time I will again go to the employee 1 table, and I will try to, this is employee 1 table, no, employee RAM table. And let me come back here and let me execute this time. And this time also, as soon as typed ahead search is enabled, you can see this magnifying glass. Not only in fuzzy search, in type ahead search itself come this one. And if as soon as this time I write A, it will give not only these values, other values also. Other values means A inside, you can see Bangalore also A is coming, Sir Alam also Alam A is coming. Not only the first column, it will make second column also. If even I write C, you can see based on the CT also, you can see I can see the lot of values, lot of other values I can select now. Not only this, that is the reason it is called multi-column search. Not only it is searching on the first column, it is searching on the second column as well. So like that, this multi-column searches work. Let's now talk about the SQL script language, which we usually write in AMDP along with the fuzzy search. How to write one select statement using a fuzzy search? So you can see this is the syntax. We can select from this particular table based on where condition. We have to use contain function. Inside this contain function, on which column you want to apply the fuzzy search or exact search or linguistic search. There are 3 kind of search. You can define the what is your search type. Fuzzy search you already know, and normal exact search you already know. Linguistic search we will discuss in a while, and we can define the search string on for what string you want to search for in this particular column. Like that, this is the particular syntax. Before using this contains function, there is some prerequisite. This table should be column oriented, means it should be column store. Second, we should have full text index on this particular column. What is this full text index? We will discuss in a while, but we should have full text index on this particular column, and this column should be type of text and short text. These are the database type. In the HANA database we have, like we have in our ABAP, string, and character. Like in the database also we have the text, short text, and varchar. This kind of, it should be type, should be those one. And for the text and short text, the what is the statement is telling, sorry, this text and short text type of the columns automatically created those full text indexes. These indexes which we want to create, this will be automatically created when we define any column with the text and short text. If you have defined with varchar, it will not create automatically. And these are the data types simply. Now first we will discuss what is this full text indexes. This we are creating in ABAP secondary indexes. We can create in ABAP full text index as well. What this full text index? This is the index only. It will be saved along with the table, but when we apply the fuzzy search or error tolerant search, then or linguistic search, those search will be faster if we have defined for that particular column full text index. So why we require the full text index? To get the features of text, all the features of the in SAP HANA, we lot of features regarding the fuzzy search. So those features we want to get. And second, the performance wise, it will be good if we have defined any column with the full text index. To create the full text index, and again table should be column store, and the data type, if you are creating the full text index, how to create, I will show you in the ABAP itself. The data type should be character string or as string. This will be converted in the HANA database with var. I think I wrote wrongly, and VAR, that is HANA database type. And the four I talked about in my last slide, that sort and sort text, these two data type, text and sort text, whenever we define in the HANA database any column of the type of text and sort text, it will automatically create that full text index. But something defined with nvarchar, because we are doing from ABAP, because we are defining char string and as string, that will be converted to the nvarchar, we have to define the full text index explicitly for them. And support point 7.4 and means this higher you can create the full text index in ABAP itself. Otherwise, for below version, if you want to create, you have to create in HANA itself. You have to go to the HANA, you have to write the SQL script language, and there you have to create this particular full text index. And each full text index you create increase the footprint in the data. Obviously, when you create any index, not only this particular full text index, you will create the second index also. That time also it will create the full, it will be having some extra footprint data. But in this case, there will be more footprint of data in the memory. Means whenever we create the data, instead of one entry, if we are creating one columns full text index, there will be some extra column data will be there to create the index, and based on that we can search data fastly. Index update, we can update that index synchronously or asynchronously. As soon as we update, modify any table, that time itself we will update it, it will call synchronous update. Or you want to update that index after some interval, that is called asynchronous update. So these all the settings we can define in ABAP itself. We can create the indexes in ABAP. How to create, I will show you that also. And next is, what is linguistic search? Simply suppose I am entering in normal Google search, if I write go also, it will give me result for the went and gone as well. But in the normal fuzzy search, how it will work, if we write go, so word starting with go and word containing go, those result only I will get. I will not get going, went I will not get, or gone might I will get, but went secondary form I will not get, like that. This will not perform, the fuzzy search will not perform the linguistic search. Linguistic search is different. How to apply the linguistic search in our select, we will see that also. So let's jump into the system. Again, we will create the full text index in ABAP, and we will create one AMDP, and we will write the select statements, and we will try to use contain, score functions, which is available for our fuzzy search, that we will see. Let's jump into the system. To understand the fuzzy search in native SQL, let me create one AMDP. I don't have directly HANA development access, frankly telling. So anyway, we can write SQL script directly inside our AMDP as well. So let me create one AMDP, AMDP for search. For fuzzy search, I can write fuzzy search, and Control C, Control V. Let me give some jetcl underscore AMDP fuzzy search and click on next button. I am creating normal class, nothing else, and give some tr and finish it off. Sorry. So I have created normal class. Let me minimize this one. What I will do, convert this particular class to a AMDP class. I will use interface, as you know from my AMDP videos. If you didn't watch, I created complete series end to end. You can watch that one there in my YouTube. Everything is available. I can use if underscore AMDP underscore control space marker HDB marker come value help come shift enter marker HDB. So I have used this particular interface. So this converted by this particular class to AMDP class. I can create now any AMDP method. Let me create one static method, class method, and give some name, get EMP data, employee data, because I will be gonna fetch data from employee Ram only. Get employee data, I will be importing some value. Obviously, as I told you, we have to import some, this is the AMDP, we have to pass by value, not by reference. and I want to get the mandate, that is client field, and that should be type of, sorry, that should be type of mandate. And second field, I want to get something else. I want to get, no, I want to export. I want to exporting the value. I want to export result table, IT tab. I can write IT tab, and this should be type of this particular z employee underscore ram tt underscore ZEMPLOYEE underscore tab underscore ram. This should be type, but I didn't declare this type. Let me declare this table type. Control C, types I can declare here again. Control V, type standard table of, Control V, and remove this one, delete, and I have defined the table type. It was very quicker. It will tell, obviously there is no implementation. Let me do pretty printer. It will look good. Control 1, create implementation for me. So add implementation for this get emp data. It will be added. There is no error. Let me convert this normal method to the AMDP method. So, by database, we want to create procedure. I don't want to create functions. That also I have explained CDS table functions. You want to watch out. That again I have created 2 or 3 videos on table functions in detail. And for HANA database, and I want to use the language, I want to use a SQL script language. That is the reason I have created this method. So as soon as I did written the SQL script, the background color got changed. How to change this color, that also I have explained, where I have explained AMDP. So SQL script is done. Now what I have to do, I have to write some select statement. I want to use some table, so I have to use using, I want to use the employee ram table. So using this particular table, and I want to fill, this is exporting parameter, better to use ET. I want to fill this table. It will say there is no code, no body. Let me write some body. I want to get some select all from this particular table, not this table. G employee ram table, control select all. Let me write something from this particular table, where, let me put some where condition mandate. At least we have to apply that, we have to get the current client data. No need to get other client data. Anyway, there is no data for this other client. To access the variable, semicolon, control space I can do. I want to access this IV mandate to close this one. This is the very simplest way to get the data. I did something wrong. There is no mandate field. I think there will be client field, not mandate field. So client equal to I mandate. I think now it is okay. Control F3. So I have created simplest AMDP method, so we can see the fuzzy search using the select statement. Let me call this particular select statement in one of my report. Let me see some existing report is there that I will use. That will be better. Or let me create new one. Better to use existing one now. No, AMDP consumption. Let me create basic simple report, new ABAP program. Z underscore fuzzy search. Let me create the program, give some description. It will not take much time. Next, and finish it up. And minimize this particular context menu. I don't need now. Let it open parallelly. My voice is might be low. So what I will do, I will just get this I will call this class. I can call directly MDP methods as well, as usual, as you know from my class. This is static method, so how to call. Let me activate this one, control F3, and now I can call this one. If I try to call the static method, shift enter, I will do, it will call for me. I want to pass the current client, I mandate field I can pass. It's very quicker, and I can get the data. I can do inline declaration. That also I have explained all the things regarding inline declaration in one of the video, because I'm telling those all the things. This might be my last video on ABAP on HANA. No, ALB IDA is still remaining, so that also I have need to explain. But let me get this result, IT underscore tab, and let display this result in cl underscore demo underscore output control space, and call the display method of this one display, and what you want to display, pass this table, control C, control V, I want to display this table, and activate this also, control F3. That's it. I created the MDP. I'm calling as of now. I have simple select statement. I'm getting all the data from the Z employee name table, and I'm getting the result in IT table. Control F3. Let me do F8. No. I want to do F9. Why to do F8? Console is there in F9. I will do. So I will get the result in a console. Let me display console here itself. Let it display here only. So you can see all the data got displayed. Let me get instead of all the data, I can pass normally select statement. If I want to use wildcard in where condition, that also I can use. Suppose I want to use something like this, and I will use name like it should be I can use as a percentage to pass a replacement of the string. It should be have something called nothing. I can do Aditi like that. I can write there is a lot of fields, a lot of values are there, so it will get the result from this particular internal table. Control F3. Let me do F9 again. Let me clear out the console. Let me do F9. You can see I got now all the values which contain this particular string. This is the normal search. There is no fuzzy search, no other, nothing is done. Let me apply now other variant. So what all are the other variants are there? I can, as you know, I can pass simply name, then it will get single value. I pass the wildcard, I can pass this string using this wildcard, and I think I can pass this question mark for the single character as well, like in the like statement. Let me do one more thing. Come here, and I will use this time contains function, contains, and I have to pass which column I want to put the filter. First column, second column, I have to pass that what string you want to filter. Let me pass ADTI and comma, and what type of search you want to apply, that you exact search I want to apply. No, exact search. Oh shit, tab is not working. Tab, yeah, it's working. Like that also I can do, and semicolon and control shift less than for this one. So I want to comment this line. That's it. Let's see now how it will work. The fuzzy search on this particular table, particular field, I want to match exactly. Exact means it should start with like this. I can pass the while correct here. Control F3, and let me do F9. I got the data which is starting with Aditi. So you can see. Let me clear out the console. Let me do the F9. Again, I got the data. So you can see I got the data. There is no issue. Let me open this. Let me, instead of applying the exact search, let me apply fuzzy search. I can apply fuzzy as well. You just have to write FU tab fuzzy search. I want to apply fuzzy, and you can pass error tolerance of value also. By default 0.8. I don't want to pass it as of now. So this, it will take 0.8. Let me activate this one, control F3. And let me activate, let me do F9. Let me clear out the console. Let me do A instead of Aditi. Let me put A. And control F3. Let me see what all are the values I am getting. Let me do F9. I didn't get any data at all. Using contains, shift F1. It's activating or not. Suppose I can see it's. Let me do F9. I'm not getting any data. We pass this one. Control F3. Let me do F9 now. Still, I'm not getting up data. I think this fuzzy search is not applied over here. As I told you, to apply the fuzzy search, we should have one index, full text index on this G employee RAM table. To do this one, what I have to do, I have to go to my table, open with SAP GUI. I can't create full text index in the Eclipse. I have to open in the SAP GUI it's only. Let me close this console, which is not required now. But I have value help request, but I don't have that field is created is full text index. So what I have to do, if you go to sometime it will dump also if you use without fuzzy search, without the index table fuzzy search, it will dump as well. For me it happened, that is the reason I'm telling. As of now there is no index at all for this particular table. So let me create one index and convert into full text index. To do that one, what I have to do, to create, I have to edit this one. I have to found for no index found. Okay, let me create one index. Create index. Table, I can give Z02 and let me create this index. And I want to give some index description. This is for RAM, and I can give the field as well for this index. I'm creating basically secondary index as of now. I want to give the name field. So I have given the name field, index for all the database. For selected database also you can give if you want to give. This is normal second index I have to create. For creating the full index, there should be first secondary index should be available. So now I want to convert this second index to full text index. So you have to go to the menu, your version, you have to remember your version should be appropriate, then only you can create. In the go to, their option is available to create the full text index from ABAP itself. Either otherwise you have to write the code, or you have to go to your HANA database and you have to create the in database environment you have to create the full text index. That is one way. Another way, you can write the SQL script code using the utility classes. That also I will show in upcoming videos if it is required. There also we can use, then there also we can create the full text index from the ABAP itself. So I want to convert this normal index to the full text index. First you have to select, then you have to tell that you want to do the fuzzy search also. Yes, fuzzy search I want to on, and you want to update asynchronously or synchronously this particular full text index. Let it be asynchronous. Synchronous will update frequently whenever we update this data. Not only that, you want to do the text analysis, and if you want to do the linguistic search, what kind of linguistic search you want to do, that also there. Basic search will do the basic linguistic search, and the stems means it will divide into the words, and for that words it will convert, and in the full means it will search for the verbs, pronouns, and all the things. These are the things are there. I don't want to do as of now linguistic search. I want to do normal fuzzy search, and something else I want to do. That's it. Fast pre-processing also you can on. By default it is off. In HANA database it is by default on. If you want to make on or off, you can do. And this kind of setting you have to give, and just click on copy button. It will create full text index in your database. Let me activate it. Let me activate it, and let me come back. This I have created full text index from the ABAP itself now. Okay, now I want to run this AMDP code again. Let me do F9. So this time I got the data. You can see, clear out the console, because the this time fuzzy search worked. If I do F9 again, because I have full text index, that's a prerequisite to use the fuzzy search in your SQL script. You should have full text index. Let me do again F9. You can see I'm getting the data. Even I pass only Aditi. If I pass A also, I will get the data because it will do fuzzy search. Control F3. Let me do F9. You can see I didn't get any data. Control F3. With A, I didn't get any data. Let me do F9. I didn't get any data. Let me pass something called CT, multi-column search it is doing or not. I don't think so it will do here multi-column search, but I can pass something like that. Some change, some wrong name I passed instead of correct name, control F3. I have activated the class, let it activate it. Let me do F9 again. You can see still I am getting the result with the correct values. Even I have passed the wrong value, I am passing. I can change the preciseness. I can change here to 0.5. Instead of by default value is 0.8, I can change 0.5 and check the how the fuzzy search will work. Let me activate control F3. Let me do again F9 for this particular program. You can see still I'm getting the same result. Let me give some. I don't have much entries, that is the reason. Let me give some other value instead of the let me give some AL A, control F3. Let me see some data is there or not with this, and let me do F9 here. I didn't get any data. Let me see the employee RAM table, what all are the data is there. I don't have much data. Suppose I would have selected Nikhil. Instead of Nikhil, I would have write Nikhil. So what would have, no, I have Nikhil and Nikhil both. So let me write Nikhil. So what I will do, I will write Nikhil instead of Nikhil. And let me do control F3. And let me do F9. You can see I got both the result, Nikhil as well and Nikhil as well. So like that, Fuzzy. And how much precisely we are getting the result, I want to get that score as well. There is another function also available, score function. Using that function also we get the scores. For that, what I have to do, I have to do little bit trickiness. I have to create the type as well, because I want to get along with this values, I want to get the score as well. What is score? I want to get the score is score, but this field will tell this is not compatible ET type because we don't have any type. So let me create one type quickly for you guys to show you the begin of ty underscore z employee ram, control C, control V, and of comma, you should write comma, then only you will get help, and of control V, ty underscore the employee. Let me declare all the fields of the Z employee. For that, I want to see what all are the fields are there. So one is client is there. Let me copy this one, control C, control V. That should be type of mandate, MNDT, mandate, MNDT, ID should be type of GID, and next field is the name, should be type of ZName, and next field is last is type of ZS, correct. And last I want to get score type. This should be, again I have to declare one type because decimal type P, it should be P ty underscore P, that I have to define actually, because I didn't define types. Again I have to write this type. This should be type of decimal, not decimal. It should be type P, where length should be 3 and decimal places is fine 2. I think so, that is work. Length 3 and decimal places 2. I want to get the value of score, and this I want to store in score, and let's see what value we are getting now. I think so score is fine now. Now what is the issue? Let me activate shift F1. Now I'm getting all the fields now, client ID, name, age, score as well. Still it is telling the mismatch in the field. Okay, so there is some mismatch. Let me see again. We have to give this type as a this type instead of J employee Ram. I think now it will fix the issue. You can see now it got fixed. Let me activate this one, Control F3, and let me get the score also along with the values. For that, let me clear out the console. Let me do increase this little bit size and go to the program. Where is my program? Here. Oh, G for G search, G employee underscore RAM. This is my data. G for G search is a program name. Let me do F9. You can see I can give the I can get the precisely the what is the score of this particular result I am getting. Not only that, I can do, I think, one more thing, order by score. That also I can do. Control C, Control V. I think it should work. Control F3. So more precise result I will get first and less precise later. Let me do F9. Let me do first Control F3 and do F9. Oh no, it didn't work because I have to do descending. By default it is ascending. I have to do descending. Control F3. Clear out the console now. Let me do F9 again. So you can see I got more precise result first. If I put some other name like deity, Control F3, let me do F9 again. We clear out the console. We do F9. You can see preciseness of the values for everything it is same. If I would have given correct name, then precise names would have changed. Score, we can tell score would have changed. Let me do F9 again. So this time also score, let me activate this one, Control F3, and let me do F9. Clear out the console. I think 7.4 to 7.5, that's it, nothing else. Little bit it got changed, nothing else. So like that, we can use the order by score as well. This is score function as well and contains function as well. If this video added some value to your knowledge, please write it down in comment section. Please like this video, share these videos with others as well so they can also learn. With that, thank you and happy learning.